Former Bachelorette DeAnna Pappas arrested after altercation with ex-husband involving accusations of alcohol use. DeAnna Pappas was arrested after an altercation with her ex-husband, Stephen Stagliano, involving accusations of alcohol use. Page 6 can confirm that the former Bachelorette star was taken to the Santa Clarita Sheriff's Station on February 27. She was booked on a misdemeanor charge and released the same day on $20,000 bond. She has a court date set for March 20th. Pappas, 43, and Stagliano, who settled their divorce in June 2024 after 11 years of marriage, share daughter Addison, 11, and son Austin, 9. At the time, they agreed to joint custody of their children. However, according to In Touch Weekly, Lynn Stagliano, who appears to be Stephen's mother, filed a declaration in the divorce case on Friday of last week. On Wednesday, February 26th, at 7:38 a.m., I went to DeAnna's house to help get Austin to school. I very clearly smelled alcohol on DeAnna's breath. I put Austin in the car and left, Lynn wrote. The outlet reported that Pappas filed an opposition to an ex parte application filed by Stephen, 41, in which she claimed, "The basis of Stephen's is based on his fabrication that I am an alcoholic. This is wholly false and fabricated as way for Stephen to gain leverage in his attempt to alienate the children from me." Pappas went on to accuse Stephen of having a long history of coaching their daughter to look for alcohol in the home in order to alienate her from Pappas by making her believe that Pappas is an alcoholic. She insisted, "I am not an alcoholic." The former Bachelor contestant also filed for a restraining order against Stephen. According to Pappas, Stephen showed up to her home on February 26th to pick up their daughter. She said she walked their daughter out to Stephen's car when he arrived. Stephen told me I needed to walk closer to him because he wanted to smell my breath to make sure that I was not drunk. I had not consumed any alcohol. I ignored Stephen's comment, and I walked back into the garage. Pappas wrote, I heard noise behind me. I turned around to see Stephen following me into my garage. Our daughter had been left alone sitting in his car with the engine running. I tried to shut my garage door. Stephen pushed my garage door upward so that it would not close. I shouted at Stephen to get out of my garage. Stephen refused to leave. Pappas said she went inside and locked her door but walked back out after hearing noises in her garage. Stephen took his hands, grabbing me, and then forcefully shoved me. He pushed my back again. In fear that he would hurt me, I immediately went back inside the house and locked the door while I waited for the police to arrive, she claimed. Pappas explained that Stephen called the police, who arrived around midnight. Stephen allegedly told them she was drunk and that he was pressing charges against her for domestic violence. Stephen had told the sheriff that I was the aggressor who assaulted him, which was false, she wrote. At no time was I requested to test for alcohol despite Stephen's allegations. In fact, the officer that arrested me exhibited no concern that I was at all intoxicated. After being bailed out of jail, Pappas claimed she voluntarily submitted to drug and alcohol testing and that she tested negative for both. When the former couple settled their divorce, they agreed that neither party shall drink alcohol in excess of the legal limit during their custody periods, or have a child and/or children in their custody and control when being intoxicated. They also agreed not to consume narcotics 12 hours before or during periods of time with their kids. Reps for Pappas and Stephen did not immediately respond to page 6 requests for comment.